Hello and welcome to Breakthrough Conversations with Coach Pete, and I'm Gloria Lightbecker. Today, we want to explore a topic with our viewers, and we would love feedback if you're so inclined to give us any. But we were talking about, the purpose of coaching and how we can actually be a contribution in the lives of those we serve and really offer clarity. And there are some questions or some ways that we can actually engage with people that support people to have a lot more clarity about what it is they're actually looking for. So what are some of the things that you invite people into conversations with, Coach Pete?
Um, yes, I always offer to anybody who's interested a free coaching consultation kind of thing, a discovery call. Let's just talk. Let's get to know each other. Let's see what's on your mind. I'll share about my background. It's a chance for people to ask any question about me. Because if somebody's going to come to me or to you or to any coach, what's the most important thing in terms of that coaching relationship? It's not a trick question. I would say it's trust.
Mm.
So how do you determine trust in someone that you're just now meeting? Maybe you saw something online, maybe you saw a video that you posted or I posted or some kind of social media. Maybe you were referred to Coach Gloria, to Coach Pete. You still have to discover if there's trust, if there is trust to then build a relationship. So that's what that first call is about. And but I often think of what's prior to that call. What's going through people's minds? What went through my mind, if I can go back that far, as to what led me to being coached? Because I've been coached several times in my life. I happen to believe if you're going to consider a coach, a life coach, they better have had coaching themselves because it's important. And so I think those are important questions of what's leading you to coaching, what's going on in your life that you think you may need some extra support, maybe some objective support, meaning somebody that's not directly in your family or a close friend. Nothing replaces those relationships. Those are really important, and people can be really helpful to each other. But I believe strongly that there's room in many, maybe most people's lives for a coach, someone who's outside their immediate sphere to team up with, to talk to. And it starts with a simple conversation. So that's what I like to start with. But what leads someone to the idea of, hey, maybe I could use some extra support? What is that?
Mm. Well, I'm imagining it's pretty unique to each person. And at the same time, there's something that they would really like in their life that they're recognizing they don't have access to, or they're not where they would like to be with their life. It could be vocationally, it could be um, creatively, it could be in their growth and development journey, where they are in their confidence level. It could be about trauma or about just any number of different experiences that we have as human beings. And what's really, I find to be really key is for people to be able to have a conversation with someone that's really authentic and transparent and vulnerable and honest, to see whether they tune in, whether there's a resonance, that they a felt sense like, oh, this person gets me, or oh, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. It's kind of like the Goldilocks experience. You find that just right sweet spot that's like, it says yes. Your body says yes. You can relax. You don't have to be hyper vigilant or on guard. So just being able to be actually in full choice about what you're saying yes to. And so it's really wonderful to get to engage in a conversation with people to hear what it is they would like.
Right? As I hear you talk, it reminds me, to me, it's not the key, it's one of the keys to coaching. It's something that we don't experience enough of, and that's someone who will really listen. someone who will really listen to me without judgment, really listen carefully, openly, from
Mhm.
zero, and then we start from there. You also mentioned the different, what I call the different threads or strands of our lives. There's career, there's relationship, primary relationship, family relationship, and there's self-esteem and self-confidence. Any of those areas could need a little extra support to understand, to set right, and they're also interconnected.
Mhm.
So often when I talk with someone, they'll have a reason. Maybe it's career. Maybe there's something about their career. It's not they're frustrated. They feel stuck. Career isn't developing, or they're not sure in the right career. I'll start wherever my clients are, but I always say just be open because if we're working on career, well, as you work on change and taking that on, other areas of your life will open up. How
Mhm.
do you separate your career plans and action forward? How do you separate that from your family relationships, your relationships with friends? They're so interconnected, and definitely it impacts your self-esteem and self-confidence. So, in my experiences, you can start anywhere, but just be open to what opens up for you.
Yeah,
Because coaching can be a dynamic process if you form that team, form that trust, and then take it on.
absolutely. Well, because I know for myself, I'm coaching the whole person. I'm not just coaching one part of them. And so another what I have found to be so beneficial when I've received coaching is it puts in the structure in place that allows for accountability. It's not like a have to, you're going to get in trouble. Remember in school, I didn't find that so fun. I didn't get assignment in, and then I'd have shame. It's not what coaching with me is about anyway. And but it's about really when we actually identify what we would like to experience in our life, and then we can identify some action steps that will actually take us a little closer to that. Are we following through or are we whistling Dixie? And it's really important to begin to recognize that and be honest with ourselves. When we say we would like something and we're not following through, well, that's a place that you could take a pause. You could start to tease those threads apart, and then you might find something new about yourself. Not to make you right or wrong, good or bad, just helping you to really get honest with yourself to have clarity in the direction that you truly desire to go.
Right. It's really a discovery process that goes on and on as you take on one area or another. You mentioned authenticity. Another word that I think is connected to that in the coaching dynamic is accountability, because we need to be accountable to ourselves, and often we're not. We give ourselves, uh, maybe I'm speaking too much myself, but you give yourself a little excuse, like this came up when we were talking before about, oh, I'll try this or I'll try that. I'll think about doing this. In a coaching situation, no, you identify your goals and the steps toward those goals and you take them on. And so the coach can help you be accountable, not necessarily to the coach, but really accountability to yourself.
Mhm.
If this is an area you want to take on, you want to try some change, personal growth, take it on and be accountable. So that I think that works hand in hand with coaching is that accountability. But it's
Absolutely.
really accountability to yourself, and it's really discovering what's already in your heart. All the answers are right within you. Sometimes we just need a little boost of support to figure it out, think about it in a different way.
Absolutely. And being accompanied by someone you trust, that can make all the difference in the world. So if have been considering receiving some coaching and you're resonating with Coach Pete or with myself, please reach out. We would love to get to have a conversation with you. Thanks,
Well,
Coach Pete.
thank you, Gloria, as always.